heal the womb of Mother Earth. The womb of Mother Earth is the ocean. Is emotions are the water is emotions. And we can only do this together. I did a hypnosis session. I so what you do, you write down the pregnancy, how you work, the whole situation till the end, till you give birth, the real stuff.
The
Then
real stuff.
then you rewrite it in the most perfect way you ever would have imagined. You write it all down. We talk about this, and then when you go into trance, and this can we can do also online
Of course.
perfectly.
That is the
You
reason why
write a
we're here.
script. And what is happening? So I did this. So I tell you really what happened. My daughter calls me, and she's like, now she's a little bit. She's 23, and I was a little
Oh
bit
my
in her. I
God.
go, oh,
Oh my
my weird
God. Oh
mom.
my God. Oh my
And
God.
she's calling me. She said, "Mom, I had such a weird dream. I was born. Your mother was there." And you bought all these nice things with grandma. You were sewing things. It was exactly, totally everything what I wrote down. She had a dream about this.
Oh my God. Do you know
I really believe
if
miracles. Miracles, I can tell you stories about my son, what he's showing me, believes people believe in miracles because it is all
I believe in
connected.
miracles.
Oh,
I believe in miracles and I believe in you. And
yeah,
let me add you something. If I rewrite my story,
yeah.
I did want to have you next to me.
Of course. Yesterday I had a healing session myself because you never are there. Don't stop thinking about
No.
it. You are
Oh,
gone.
that
Because
is
then
the
the
little
next thing
detail.
you say, hallelujah, here I am, ready to rumble. And I was doing this because I got very, very ill a couple of weeks ago. So I had to do some healing stuff. I was laying there, and you know what happened? All of a sudden, I saw so many babies I helped to give birth to. Because it's a lot. I think I in 25 years, I don't know. But I saw all these babies came to greet me, to thank me for being there, to be there in the transition. Nah.
It's impossible. If someone someone is a good person, you know I am laughing. If someone have the heart on the correct place and is a little bit sensitive, it's impossible to not connect with you and to not know that we need to go through the beginning. And maybe we need to heal ourselves from our birth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I told you, I don't remember if you remember. I'm going to share a very, it's not funny. When I was born, I told you this. When I was born a C-section. I was born on the winter solstice, what is a great
Yeah.
day to be born. And my mom was waiting for me, and I did not turn, so I was with my butt on the like up
Preached.
ridge, and
I know the
they
word.
they 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 did on a very good hospital in Lisbon where I had a baby. I had a son on the same room that I was born late. Um, they went, so they did a C-section to her, and when he cut her, they cut me. I have a scar, and I always tell this, that is older than me. I have a scar on my butt, on my right side. Then it's a 5 stitches scar. So in a baby of 50 centimeters is a lot. And I was scarred, and that was how I came to the world.
Yeah.
So
This is a trauma. I know that from stories that, for example, a woman is giving birth, and her when she is there to push, her husband next to her gets insane, like saying, "Oh, she's dying." You know what happened? His mother died during his labor.
Oh, okay. No, it's a
So really
very,
take it all serious, the way we were born, achieved, how was it in we carried it all. And it's very important, of course, to heal also your labor if there was something going on. I did it myself too.
yeah, it's a, it's a, it's a very, sometimes I forget how many things I did in my life. In bringing
Yeah.
5 humans to this planet.
When you start to talk about it, it's like, oh my God, is this me? Is this I'm like, oh my God, what all happened in my life?
Yeah.
And
Now,
I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe we have all is the purpose, and this is why we're sitting here with each other. This was for me really such a call, even though I am totally not a social media. I don't even have a
I bet,
computer,
I
but I
know,
need
I
to
know.
step out of my comfort zone for this next
And
chapter. I
because
know
of
it.
that, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And okay. So
So even also for the
there are
women who are
women.
looking at this, if you feel uncomfortable, I'm not sitting next to you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. And I think and I understand because it's very difficult for a person. I don't like that word. It can be challenge for a person who always holds the hands. And let me tell you, I miss to hold hands and hug people. I have been coaching for 4 years and I never met any person that I coach. I have been holding communities and I want to hug everyone because I'm sick and tired. I'm a hugger, I'm a kisser, I'm that kind of person. That is me.
Yeah.
And it's just like when I met you and we're at the same time we start working and at the same time I was busy with the summit. And even though
And moving.
I'm moving to a different continent, and then that is a totally different, yeah. Which the last 3 months have been interesting because I lost my father in the same way that you lost your mother
Yeah.
3 months ago. And there is
Yeah.
where we start because
Yeah.
we start our conversation talking about where I should move and never about work. And this is not work. I don't feel this work
No, this is the
anytime.
mission. I cannot even say more the word. Oh yeah, tomorrow I
Work
have to
offer
work.
products.
Work? No.
No, no, no,
No.
no. I want, I want, and this group of women, and we are here, we all went through so much.
Yeah.
And many times, probably, we went through so much because we are scarred on the moment then we are born. I don't know. But what can we do is do something, look into. So when I'm in contact, when I work with a healer or someone with your capacities, and many times people get stuck and say, I don't know what is my offer. It's not about your offer. It's about your energy. It's about
Yeah.
the women listen to this. And I told you I was going to cry, point one, but because I adore you. Point two, because I wish you were next to me. Because my labors were very, very traumatic, except one of them. And it's very hard for to put you in labor when you are not ready and you are 19 years old and you are alone on a hospital and the cold and for contractions with no dilatation for 17 hours and you start pulling out your hair because you don't know what to do anymore and then and then finally they give you a epidural and then they give you, and then the anesthetic, I swear to God, this is true. He said, oh, maybe I need to prepare another one to have, they left you when
Yeah.
And in this, his phone rings and he's gone. So I was in hell. Then I went to heaven. And then I went to hell again because finally I was in dilatation. And and I was like, it's just putting one thing inside of the other and here, but I cannot stand up because I was told, you know, and then having a baby and being alone and going out of the on the hospital, and there was not my family, was not his father, was not the family, because everyone did think that I was going to take too long. I was for 24 hours on the hospital, and that feeling of having the most beautiful thing, and that happened, like you go through all that hell and then they come out. And when my son was born and was born with these big green eyes open, was the most beautiful, beautiful thing I ever saw in my life. And then obviously I had much beautiful kids after, but that first moment, and then for me was, this is just me and you against the world. And that is not, and then you go back and it's a 19-year-old girl with a baby, oh, with no mom, with no clue what she's doing. Do I'm giving too much? Do I not giving? No, he needs to put. No, he's sleeping with
I
me. No,
cannot imagine that Holland is the only country in the world where you have a nurse at home. This is insane. That's only in Holland is this. I
and
still cannot understand.
it's a it's a very, you know, what I want with this, and I know my people, and I know what we are bringing, and I know my the reason why I allowed myself to be so vulnerable and crying, and is point one because it's healing for me as well, and point two is because I want every person to think that I'm cool and I'm this international DJ, did Playboy and was famous and that.
Yeah,
I went through a lot, and I'm going through a lot. At the same time, I'm living my mission the same way than you. And
yeah,
you said something that I think it's so powerful. The best coaches and healers that I know are the ones who did went through so much. Because there we have a capacity to see you and say, I am in the other side. I lost all what was important for me in my life. I lost the most precious thing in my life as well. But I'm still doing my mission.
yeah,
And doing my mission is what makes me happy. Yeah, I get paid for that, but it makes me happy. And I want people to know that, yeah, you are allowed to smile again. Whatever did happen to you, whatever did you do that you regret, whatever, well, many times you decide and you did not want to be on this planet anymore. There is people who went through a lot as well in this community, and we are here to hold your hands and to show
yeah.
you that you are allowed to smile, and yes, you are allowed to dance, and yes, you are allowed to live, because only in the moment that you allowed the pain to become a superpower is when you are going to heal.
Self-love. Love yourself. You are perfect the way you are. With everything, what you did, what overcome. See yourself as your baby. Look at yourself, your inner child. Carry yourself as your baby. You nurture her, you carry for her. This is you. And put yourself on
I
top of
was a really
her.
pretty baby. Okay,
Mm,
okay. So what we are going to do is, if people are like curious to know more about, or they're expecting, or they just had kids, or they just know, or now they are listening, it's like, oh, wait a second, I even don't know how was my labor.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. I don't know what my mom went through. Oh, wait a second. I remember what I went through in this kid. I, I want them to know that there is hope. And I want them to know that there is no business revolution or abundance activation if you don't go back to beginning.
Yeah.
And you start allowing yourself to understand and allow yourself to heal. And there is not another person that I could trust. And I don't trust a lot of, sounds really against my work. I am very picky with the people that I allowed to work with me because there are many times it's very easy to put a title on the Facebook and tell them you can do something because you did a course or you did 10,000 certifications. It's a very different thing is a person who went through the things, who did give your hands to many hands, and for sure they squeeze your hands and they said terrible things to you many times during labor. And I want any person watching this to reach out to me or to reach out to Annette. I will figure out. We will have like a direct link to the messenger of Annette or a direct link to, or I will arrange that because I will back her up on that. And and let's have more conversations about that. I think the beginning is someone needs to reach out to you, like starting talking about what they felt with this conversation, what aha moments they had, and what they want. Because not necessarily you need to have a straightforward offer. You
No.
need to talk with someone,
Because
understand.
everybody is, oh, all the stories are different. So I'm tuning in you, and we talk, and I feel what even though if you are passing by what comes up for, because I also had a horrible menopause. I healed myself also a lot in this process, because this is also, so there are also many different stages where you are now, getting wanted to be pregnant, the age you are, it doesn't matter. Everybody has his own story. So I tune in to you, and this is how I move on. I don't have like a, because it's impossible. Everything is different.
And that is perfect. And that is exactly how I do my things as well.
Yeah.
Like, what do you need
Because
is
I don't see
different.
you as a robot. No, you are you. So
No.
it's personalized.
And it's that is, I think, and I want to, and now I'm going to do business coaching here. That is the thing that like everyone is buying or bought. The idea coming from United States, normally created by men and normally like 30 years old, crypto style, like want to create structures in things that
Yeah.
not necessarily work like that. I'm going to give you a great example. I have my strategies how to bring people in. When I was talking to you, in any moment in my head, I was thinking that we were going to do any single thing together. I went to talk to you because we had a great conversation.
Yeah.
And so, and we did create something
Yeah.
for us. Then is, and it's just that then I want everyone to know. So if you feel like drawn to Annette, it's how is not possible. Like it's not possible to be. If you feel like, wow, maybe I should talk with her so I can understand a little bit what is not even clear for me. Let's talk. I'll figure out a way. Probably it will come to me and then from me to you because I know I need to filter that for you. Um, and I'll put you talking with this soul that I feel like is my family. And I'm a very, I love to say this. I'm not a bastard because I was born inside in a marriage, but I'm a very lucky bastard because I work with amazing people and I can have their magic with me. And you are going to change and help so many people now in a different way. And it's my job and my mission to make your wisdom, your gifts, your abilities to arrive to other people.
Thank you. We only can do it together.
Yeah.
How lonely it can feel, you never are alone.
Do you like the community? Do you like the women that are there? Do you like what
Yeah,
you have?
yeah. You know, when we talk to each other, everybody is there, vulnerable and sharing, and it's like, yeah, sisterhood. And this is what I like so much, what I want.
Yeah. I did create my home,
Yeah,
even though it's no air. My people are, my wolves are my home. And that is the
yeah.
reason why someone, when it's off, needs to go out.
Because you can feel so lonely and desperate. I know. And I was always lucky that I also had some sisters around me. And of course, I did my healing stuff. But then when you do the, and of course, it's good to be alone also, but to feel carried and nurtured as a woman, because we so much think we have to do it by ourselves. Don't show your fear, don't show your weaknesses, because
Don't ask dumb questions.
this is also one thing what I really want to share, because I was working, like for example, I went to work with somebody and then I to work to her friend and to another friend, huh? And they were laying there after labor, totally, you know, torn with stitches, encouraged breast, and they were crying like, "Oh, I want to go there." And then I was like, what is your mind? Yeah, but I want to see my friends. But I said, well, listen to me. Your friend had even a worse situation, but why don't you share this with each other? Why always the pink cloud that
And
everything
then
is
that
going
is,
so happy?
yeah.
Well, it's not.
Let's talk about that in like, let's have a second. People, I don't know, I think now these new generations are changing, but they, a woman will only, until my generation, like, will only have value if you are a mom, if you are married, if you are a mom. And if you have a kid, now, let's be honest, pregnancy, labor, breastfeeding, bleeding. I told you the story. Coming back without a premature baby is a big trauma. Pumping at
Yeah,
home
I
without a
know.
baby and
Yeah.
pumping and doing, feeding a baby two in 2 hours. And then this
When are you eating? When are you eating?
they're
Oh, when are you
sleeping.
sleeping?
No, no, and then it happens that funny thing. Like, you should sleep when the baby's sleeping, but then when the baby's sleeping, you
You
are
have to
like,
pump.
oh, it's so beautiful. And then it's like they sell this idea, but they don't really explain
Yeah,
to you will not know who you are anymore,
yeah,
because
yeah,
now you are responsible. And let me tell you something, you are always believing that you are doing things wrong,
yeah, always.
because
I'm not good enough.
where is the blueprint? And then then what? And then they arrive to 7 and they start saying, don't kiss me in front of my friends. And then they arrive to teenager years and mom, you don't know what you are saying. And then it goes and goes and goes and goes. And like, I just believe like women have this full desire of being a mom, and majority of us are not ready. We have no clue what is coming in our direction. No clue. And how
And
hard it
sometimes a
is.
lot, they think their life moves on how it was. Well, I can guarantee you one thing, it will never ever be the same.
No.
Don't even think about it this to be, because it gets you nuts. And so many women are anti-depression because they are too much, everything needs to be perfect for the
Oh,
world
the
outside.
woman,
But
the woman, the
please,
kids, the food, the being a lover, being sexy, being fit. Oh, you need to lose your baby weight. All of that. Like I, I am a terrible, not a terrible example. I don't want to call it there. So I make the example what can happen when you don't take care of yourself.
yeah,
It's like I did, and it I did the best I could do with what I had and with the support I had and the bad choices that I did. I
yeah,
did the best that I could, but now it's being aware of something then it's so important for me and being away for my choice kind of. It's like in not knowing, yeah, the eating, they went to school, all of that,
yeah,
because there is an attachment. It feels like
yeah,
they are reaping for 3 years, I swear to God. It felt then someone's ripping out my heart out of my chest every single day until I had an accident, and I had an, you know the story. I had an accident, a motorbike accident. We have a lot of things in common, and I died. And when I died, I did not have that beautiful experience to see God in the light. No, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was sad. It was, and basic. I did get the message. If you believe in that, if not, but this is. I saw myself. I was in the middle of the jungle, no hospital, and they told me that I will return if I dropped the suffering and I start doing something to help other
yeah,
women to telling their story.
yeah,
And we don't decide what kids we are going to have. We don't know. Like we don't, it's not like something that you pick and you are going to have it. And we don't decide our life story. There is coming, there is a expression, an Arabic expression, and Paulo Coelho have a book with who wrote The Alchemist, have a book named
yeah,
Maktub. I have a
yeah.
tattoo named Maktub. Maktub
I love
means,
it.
Maktub means it's meant to be. And then you can go back and forth, and obviously you have choices, but there are things who are going to cross by you. And I never dreamed with my mom, but when I was in full depression with the decision that I was taking, I dreamed with her, and we are both on the bed. And she was younger than me because she died. I was 14 that time. She died when she was 39, and we are both on the bed. And I never sleep in the afternoon, and I slept at day. And she told me, "Look, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult, but this is what you need to do." I don't know if it was like a defense mechanism of my brain. And I told her, never forget, um, point one, I was joking, then I could teach her how to drive because she never drove. And then she said, "I need to go." And I told her, "How can I know this is true? Then you have been hearing me." When I wake up, I look to my phone and I had
Mm.
a message from her sister that I never did spoke in my life.
Wow.
And
Magic.
I was very depressed in that time, and I was destroyed, and I was not able to work, and I had no income, and I had nothing. And I said, "I cannot do this." And she said, "It's solved." And I did receive a small amount of money from her side of the family than was for her. But obviously, I'm the only person. And that amount of money allowed me to heal a little bit, not a lot, because I still went through a lot, and to start doing this mission. And the more I heal, the more I can serve. So if someone wants to have an impact, because a majority of people watching this, they want to have an impact. They want to change the world. They are not so concerned with the money and the clients as well, but they want that. So let me tell you, you cannot hold space for people if you don't hold space for your little self.
Yeah, maybe.
I love you. I know this is the
Ik hou van jou.
ik hou van jou. Uh, okay, shall we translate what we said? We said I love you in Dutch. Um, I I I love you. I love your mission. And I'm feeling very, very, very grateful to be on this journey because I need to heal as well. And we I know that I'm vibrating in a way that I attract beautiful people to my life as you. So something good I must be doing.
Yeah.
So if you are watching this, let me put myself serious. If you are watching this and you resonate, it's going to be here somewhere a button. I will take care of that. And or a link. Touch that link, reach out to Annette. Or reach out to me, then I'll put you in contact with Annette and have a conversation with her. Because there is no business revolution or abundance activation without starting by the beginning and
Yeah.
without you holding yourself on your arms. Because for you to really love someone, you need to learn how to love yourself. And that is a journey. Thank you so
For
much
all of
for
us.
being. Thank you so much. There is something else that you want to say?
I want to say also that I love you too. That I love everything that brought us together, the magic, and to be at service too, to embrace everybody in my heart who comes. And yeah, will do. You're not alone. You are know that you are not alone.
This is,
How
yeah,
desperate
that,
you are, I know it. I've been there many times, but you are not alone.
and that is another part of this mission, and this is opening the community. I used to charge for people to be in the community. I don't want to charge anymore. I don't like the word free because I believe people bring their magic, their knowledge, and their abilities. And I know what is to be alone. And as well, we have so many things in common. I know how brave you are to be from the other side of the world in a different culture, living on a tiny island. I five to us on that. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm going to invite to these people properly. Invite to you in a second. You watching this, I know probably this was not what you expect from a business revolution summit, but this is how we roll here. We are honest,
Open
we
heart,
open
vulnerable,
hearts, massive beds, and we are doing things.
honest.
We do things as they need to be done. Perfection is fear in another outfit. This is a place for no judgment. This is a place to heal. It's a place to be there for each other. Thank you so much to you watching. Reach out to Annette, reach out to me. Let's change the world together. I will see you on the next one. Bye.